Hey friends, how's it going? It's Erin with What a Witch Knows. I am shuffling my cards. I'm here to do a tarot read for y'all on Pisces season. Happy Pisces season, everybody. The sun just went into Pisces today, and it's joining a ton of other planets and planetary bodies there. So we have, let's see, we have the North Node, which is actually an astrological point, not a planet. But it represents our collective future, our collective destiny. And Pisces represents sort of dreams and visions and sort of what lies beneath the subconscious mind, the subconscious world, the collective unconscious. We also have Saturn, which is a teacher, sort of father figure, disciplinarian there, I believe. Check me if I'm wrong on that. We have Venus, not in Pisces, but she's about to go retrograde, and she's going to go back there, I believe, next month. And then I think we have Mercury too, which is the planet of communication. So, oh, Neptune, of course. Neptune rules Pisces, and Neptune's there too in the party. So there's a lot of Pisces energy right now. I don't know if you guys have been feeling it. I certainly have, where you kind of feel a little bit disconnected from your day to day. Like, so you don't necessarily want to do stuff that's related to your 3D reality. You're just more interested in sort of like the spiritual stuff, the esoteric stuff, maybe the healing work. You're trying to dive pretty deep there. I know that's been a big deal for me. I think that might be a theme for a lot of people as well, too. Healing and different kinds of alternative energy practices to try to work through some of those wounds that have been around for a really long time that might be surfacing now. That's a big Pisces thing. Okay, I feel ready to shuffle. Let's see what's coming up in the cards. Yeah. I have no idea if this is the 8 or 9 of Swords. I always get that confused, but it just represents being sort of feeling stuck. Feeling stuck in our minds, feeling stuck. I'm getting this more as sort of feeling overwhelmed by information, all of the information that's coming our way. Pisces actually can represent the media. It can represent narratives, confusion, sort of information that may or may not be true, right? Information that we have to drop into our heart and our body consciousness to see if it feels right, feels correct to us. There's a lot of that going on right now. There's a lot of propaganda. There's a lot of misinformation. And a lot of that is trying to promote fear. So it's really easy to get overwhelmed by that. It's really easy to get caught up in all of the, oh my God, what's going to happen next type of energy. And the problem with that is that we don't even know if what we're reading in the media, A, is true, B, is going to last, C, if it's propaganda, you know. I was a member of the media. I'm not necessarily saying it's the media's fault, although they certainly have a huge role to play in it. But you have to think more about the people behind the media, the force, who's influencing the media, and who knows how to manipulate and control the media, which in turn manipulates and controls us. That's the question, right? The bigger question, I think. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. This is the Juggler card. The card that's about sort of juggling your priorities and trying to get a lot of things done at the same time. Sometimes it has to do with, choosing between one thing or the other. I'm not necessarily feeling that with this, though. I'm more feeling, I'm actually feeling this as sort of that tension between our past and our future, which is definitely not the traditional interpretation of this card. That's just the intuitive hit that I just got. And it reminded me of how right now we have the North Node in Pisces, which is representing our collective future. And we have the South Node in Virgo, which is representing our collective past. So that makes us think about, what do we want to look towards in the future from the Pisces energy that can be a positive, right? Because there's negative and positives to every single astrological sign. And also there's a lot of free will involved. So you can decide how you want to approach this Pisces energy. I would say that in the light, it can be really about like dreaming up your own reality, like dreaming up what is the most important thing to you and manifesting that vision in your life, even if it seems completely impossible right now, even if there's no way that you see to ground that into the 3D. Pisces rules dreams, and in the world, the realm of Pisces, like anything is possible, because it's almost like the 0 point of energy. I think of it as, so it's the very end of the zodiac wheel, And when we get to the end of Pisces, then the wheel begins again with Aries, and we'll have that coming up with the astrological new year when we have the spring equinox in this hemisphere coming up in March next month. So we're at the very end of the zodiac year, and it's that feeling of what kind of seeds are we planting for next year that maybe are just sort of visions or just sort of manifestations that are in our mind's eye, things that we feel but we can't actually see or touch or hold yet. And then so we want to also think about, well, what do we want to leave behind? And if we're thinking about that in terms of Virgo, Virgo rules our day-to-day routines and our structures. So that can be about, are we holding ourselves back with our daily routines and structures? Are we being too structured? Are we not letting that intuitive flow come through our day? Are we, if we have an intuitive sense to go to the grocery store at a different time because we, I don't know, just have a weird feeling that this is not the right time to go, maybe we should go at another time. You follow your intuition, go at the time that feels right for you. If you're doing shadow side Virgo, that's, I have to go to the grocery store at this particular time because that's the time that I said I would go, and that's the time that it's in my calendar to go, so I'm gonna go. So that's what I mean. I think if we're gonna lean into this Pisces energy, we let our intuition guide us. And you guys know I like always talk about that. Letting your intuition guide you is one of the most important spiritual lessons out there. For me, certainly as a witch, it's like the spiritual lesson. It's the one that connects me to my spirit guides, my spirit team. It connects me to my highest path, my highest timeline. So when we get stuck too much in that Virgo energy, that, day-to-day routine, I have to do this because of whatever story I'm telling myself, then we miss out. Like we miss out on all those beautiful intuitive hits that we get. So it's always important every single day to tune into your intuition. And even if it's something incredibly small, like this example of the grocery store, or if it's something really big, if it's something like, hey, I want to apply for this job, even though I don't feel like I'm qualified or I don't think like I could potentially get it, just do it. Just literally pie in the sky. What do you want? Plant a seed, go for it. Like that's the positive light energy of the North Node in Pisces. I think that things can really potentially bloom this year if we're planting those seeds now. And that's awesome that we just got the Nine of Cups to confirm that. So that's wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is all about, all of those seeds that we planted. This is a sign that we will in fact see them come into reality. And I also really like that the Nine of Cups are water. It's a water card, and Pisces is a water sign. And it's all about emotion. It's all about feeling into our emotions, accepting our emotions, like not being afraid of our emotions and not resisting. That message has been coming through to me from my spirit guides really, really strong, is to not resist. And even if you are resisting, don't resist that you're resisting. I don't know if that makes sense, but you really have to surrender in this energy. You have to surrender to this sort of like intuitive sense and this flow that sort of feels like that lazy river at the water park that's kind of like pushing you through. If you just relax, if you just let go, if you just let yourself be guided by this beautiful divine Pisces energy, then that is what is going to translate into seeing all of your wishes and dreams come true and be fulfilled. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Pisces season. Take care and blessed be.